Hello viewers, welcome to BRG News once again. US hails 2+2 dialogue with India as a proof of expanding diplomatic and security ties. It is the third edition of 2+2 dialogue in the past 2 years.
India and the United States are scheduled to hold the third edition of the 2+2 ministerial dialogue in just over 2 years. As per the US State Department, US Secretary of State Mike Pompeo and Secretary of Defense Mike Esper are already on the flight to India, and the dialogue between the two countries is proof of the importance India and the United States give to joint diplomatic and security objectives. Pompeo and Esper during their first visit will meet External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar and Defense Minister Rajnath Singh. The US Secretary of State is also scheduled to meet Prime Minister Narendra Modi. During their visit to India, Pompeo and Esper are also expected to hold meetings and discussions with other governmental and business leaders in an effort to devise ways to improve US-India comprehensive global strategic partnership. The US Secretary of State had posted an update to his trip earlier.
Rajasthan government will appoint 29 sports medalists to state service on out-of-turn basis. They will also double the allowance of the players.
The Rajasthan government on Sunday announced that 29 sport medalists will be appointed to the state service on an out-of-turn basis. It also said the daily allowance for players of the state will be doubled. Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot has approved the proposals, an official statement added. 11 players from Category A will be appointed to Rajasthan Police Service, Rajasthan Exercise Service, Rajasthan Forest Service, Rajasthan Education Department and Technical Engineering Service, it said. Out of this, 6 players will be appointed as Deputy Superintendent of Police and 5 as Assistant Conservator of Forest, it said. Similarly, in Category B, 11 players will be appointed as Police Sub-Inspector, 1 of Exercise Guard, 5 as Divisional Forest Officer and 1 as Physical Training Instructor too. It added the statement said the Chief Minister has also decided to double the daily allowance of players.
Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan has written to Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg to ban hate against Islam on social media platform.
Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan, who is cornered politically, has now written to Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg seeking a ban on Islamophobia and the hate against Islam in the social media platform, citing Facebook's ban on posts that criticize or questions the Holocaust, which had been applied by the social media giant after a protracted back and forth. In yet another desperate attempt to target India, Imran Khan in his letter to Zuckerberg referred to a pogrom against Muslims via anti-Muslim laws such as the NRC and the CAA. Further, Imran Khan had lied that there were targeted killings on Muslims in India and that they were also blamed for the spread of coronavirus. He also, as his wont, referred to Kashmir once again.
Former South African cricketer Shaun Pollock said Mahendra Singh Dhoni has brought intensity to the Indian team and Virat Kohli is taking it to the next level. He also said Virat Kohli would go to gym while team would party.
Former South African cricketer Shaun Pollock on Sunday asserted that it was former Indian captain MS Dhoni who brought the intensity to the Indian team and added that Kohli has taken that intensity to the next level. Known to be a fitness fanatic, Virat Kohli's dedication towards his health and fitness has inspired a lot of athletes all over the world. Speaking on a cricket show, Pollock recalled an incident that happened during the India-South Africa series, which typified the Indian skipper's dedication towards its fitness. He stated that people would usually go to their hotels after finishing a game early. However, Kohli is often seen at the gym. Dhoni was the one who set that intensity and Kohli took it to the next level, he further added.
Before going any further, let's take a break. Welcome back once again after the break. USA Democratic Party Vice Presidential candidate Senator Harris shows faith in church and said it has always been a source of strength and place of reflection for her.
Democratic Party's Vice Presidential candidate Senator Kamala Harris on Sunday said the church has always been a source of strength and a place of reflection for her. For me, the church has always been a source of strength and a place for reflection. And in my private conversations with God, I usually ask for strength and protection and guidance to do the right thing. Harris said at a drive-in church service in Southfield, Michigan, which is right outside of Detroit. I know this isn't how we usually do church, but it is a reminder, Pastor, that faith has always found its way. She said, referring to the unusual situation of the coronavirus pandemic. Harris spending quite a substantial amount of time in this battleground state, which like 2016 is headed for a tight race. I am traveling around the country, but I keep coming back to Detroit, Harris said. Nothing the importance of the state's most popular city in swinging statewide election results.
Assam Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma rejected a proposal of Congress MLA to open museum in Guwahati that highlight Bangladesh migrants' culture.
Assam Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma has sternly rejected a Congress MLA's proposal to open a museum in Guwahati to highlight the culture and heritage of the people who reside in the Char Chaporis, northeastern Assam's riverine islands. The people on these islands mainly belong to the Mia community, referred to as Bengali-speaking Muslims in the state. The Mias are often tagged as illegal immigrants from Bangladesh. He further said that the state cannot allow any distortion in the Srimanta Shankardeva Kalakshetra, an institution that records the culture of communities in the state. In his letter, Ahmed from the Baghbar constituency has suggested building a museum to preserve the culture of the Char Chaporis. After Himanta Biswa Sharma shot down the Mia museum proposal, Congress MP Abdul Khalik hit out at the BJP leader, asking him to not distort history of the sake of power. Assam is home to nearly 1 crore Muslims, out of which at least 64 lakh people belonging to the Bengali Muslim population.
Police officer of New York Police Department got suspended after blaring Trump 2020 from NYPD vehicle. The suspension was effective immediately and the incident remains effective immediately.
The New York Police Department said Sunday it has suspended an officer without pay a day after he was seen on video saying Trump 2020 over a patrol vehicle's loudspeaker, a violation of department rules. The suspension is effective immediately and the incident remains under investigation, the police department said. Commissioner Dermot Sia tweeted that the behavior of the officer, whose name was not immediately made public, was 100% unacceptable. Period officers must remain apolitical, he said. Mayor Bill de Blasio promised swift action, tweeting, any NPYD officer pushing any political agenda while on duty will face consequences. The department in its patrol guide prohibits officers from endorsing political candidates or publicly exercising personal views and opinions about candidates while on duty or in uniform. A message seeking comment was left with the union representing patrol officers.
That's all for today's news. We, BRG News team, assures to keep you updated. Till then, stay safe.